DJ all the way. It's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, running back David Johnson, fresh off 100 yards on the ground a week ago, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Arizona Cardinals. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Outside. We want this. Double tight, guys. Double tight. Three down.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for, because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
Just 4 weeks left in the regular season, and he has to be firmly in the driver's seat for the MVP award.
Yeah, as the month of December wears on, we'll see how this all shakes out, and the debate will certainly heat up. But he's done everything they've asked of him.
Wouldn't you love to be in his head right now, though, to see what he's thinking, how much this is affecting him Is he thinking about it at all? Are his teammates talking to him about it? He's dealing with a little bit of pressure, though, even though he's right now the #1 guy.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You can't block me.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Kendichi, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Let's go, defense. Out of time. It's out of time.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. On the return is Peterson. And just shedding him off there. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race now. This is into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let him know, let him know.
Here's Johnson. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go, here we go. Put your hands, hold on. Here we go. Double tight, double tight. 4 down, 4 down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 6 yards in the first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Here's Murray from midfield. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 30 yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Jets' 18-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Ja'Kai Polite. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Hakeem Butler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Lambo on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. After the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Bell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. Russell Wilson, a first-quarter touchdown pass in that one. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This one caught by Crowder. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. They've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Now Crosby for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. David Johnson now gears up to help lead this offense back on the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. That's caught by the UCLA product. It's Cannon Wilson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field. Because you're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. That's complete to Butler. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First down, Murray. This is Butler making the catch. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is now 21-14. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's going to air one out for Anderson, and he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now it's Peterson.
Let's go, buddy.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. The 20, 10, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Right there. 54 Mike. Come off the ball.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Darnold. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Started to look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues.
Let's get it.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On the ground, this is Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Darnold from the gun. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Darnold now to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
I'm coming after you.
On first down, it's Darnold. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now Bell. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Darnold. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They run on second down with McGuire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boys.
Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Charles, what do you have on that fake? The holder just taking it, rising up, and going right through the chute for the first.
It felt like something out of the way, way back machine. The old flying wedge where you take the little holder and get him involved inside all those big blockers. And they found a way to get the first down because I almost lost him in there until they emerged and they pulled him out of the pile and showed he picked up the first down.
Darnold from the red zone now. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point try now for Crosby. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the scores, the kicks away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. On play action, it's Murray. Buying time to his left, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. Yeah, it's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin out west at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. DK Metcalf, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Oakland. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Mecole Hardman, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to the City of Angels to check on the Rams at home in L.A. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. The Rams need to be about perfect in this stretch as they could get back to 500 at 6-6 with a win. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now let's look at David Johnson. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And now running right through it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Johnson odds poke 3. Football's held. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I can hear the film session right now. I can hear the coach saying to his team, guys, how does a guy that big get that open?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Imagine him as a kid trying to play hide and seek.
No chance.
No chance. He goes to hide behind the skinny tree. You see the front, the back, the top. Good luck.
Yeah, you see him. You don't see the tree.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Bell. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Bell. And an alley to run. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Down to about the 22 here. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 22. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's
8 ounce.
that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. David Johnson now gears up to help lead this offense back on the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
You got nothing.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now this throw caught left side and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Murray now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. They give to Johnson going right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it with Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Murray now to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Or it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. On 2nd down now, it's Bell. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Automatic 1st down.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now Johnson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Murray now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Steps away to his left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down. It's Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Murray. Able to shake him off. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by Lambo is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Darnold now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
We got 3,
To throw is Darnold. Anunwa's got it, complete.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Caught here by Bell. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold on the catch. It's Crowder. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Darnold now to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
All right, zero rooting interest in it, but that would hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the 4th quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sensing. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Murray's pass complete to Butler. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Murray now on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
First down, Murray. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. And the catch made by Johnson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Darnold looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Don't let 89 go deep.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Darnold got an open man. It's a noon one. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Darnold completes it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle. Back to throw. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He's back to throw. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll look to throw. This one caught by Crowder. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they went for the 6, didn't get it. Now the call has to be for 3.
I agree with you. I know the competitive instinct says, let's go ahead and take another shot, but you took it already. Go ahead now, get the field goal.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now in Carson. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 1. A little under 50 seconds to go. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. lined up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration, but now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. He's got his man, it's Butler. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
That's good for the Cardinals. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
50 seconds, come on.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
That's our ball. Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Jets, they move back over 500 at 7-6, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's their very first clunker of the year as they'll fall to 12-1, and they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.